Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to LCK Challenger 2023 Summer. I'm Atlas. I'm joined by Chronicler for this Monday full of glorious best of threes. And I want to start by referencing the chat. We've had a beautiful question that has been asked. Ducky is Dead states, what is the difference between this and LCK? I say states because there's no question mark, but I assume it is a question, so we can actually have a look. What is the difference between this and the LCK? I think gameplay, level of skill, and what you saw yesterday in the LCK pales in comparison to what you're going to see demonstrated here today.
You have no idea what you're in for, but you're in for the ride of a lifetime.
Without a shadow of a doubt, this is going to be the greatest League of Legends that you've ever seen, ever.
Yeah.
And I just don't think that there's any.
You know what happens.
We don't want to big it up or anything like that.
You know how many star players I can name right now in other leagues? You know Fnatic. You know one of the best teams LEC. Noah, Berserker, Challengers.
Yeah, but they've kind of fallen off.
Yeah,
because they've been out of the ecosystem for quite some time.
You know who's fallen off is Prince and Vicla. You know why? They didn't go to Challengers. They weren't there.
Did.
No, he went straight up from Academy.
Oh,
he barely played in Challengers. He wasn't in. He wasn't playing when he was called up last year. Which really threw me.
Well, Prince definitely didn't do his time, so it makes sense. That FlyQuest 06. A little bit unfortunate there, but that's okay because they can come back and they can play in the best league anytime they like. I'm sure that there is room on some of these teams in this particular league. LCK Challenger.
I don't know, man. It's so stacked. I don't know if there's space.
It's pretty stacked.
It's hard, man.
Quid also, we do need to, I mean, the Kips isn't actually here in chat that I can see just yet, but he would definitely let us know. And of course, yeah, he's in LCS.
He definitely is. Photon Vitality. Yeah, I mean, I'm cherry picking a little bit here, chat. Read the room. There's some examples that we're not bringing up.
Well, no. This is the thing. Like, sometimes you can take what you've learned from Challenger and use it elsewhere for good. Or you can be brought up in the glorious ecosystem that is Challenger and then fail to uphold its values.
Because, I thank you for putting that out there. Because you know what the real reward is if you go for Challenger and then to LCK? It's pace, baby. It's Bulldog. It's quality gameplay as we take a look here. D+ dispatching handily of their closest competitor for first place. Still haven't lost a single game.
Not one, one map. Not on anything.
Zero.
They're doing a lot of being good at the video games. And honestly, like, all of these results are just the expected results. 2-0.
Yeah.
Like, that is, it's just pretty clean.
Look at that.
My God. The perfect +12 record there for D+.
It's dumb.
And it's like, it is very reminiscent of what we saw last season, with the biggest outliers being Gen.G and Bro, a lot further up than we were expecting. T1 in 9th place. Some of us aren't as surprised. Some kind of thought that they were terrible last season as well.
Some.
Yeah, some. And then KT falling from what was a lot of dominance towards the end of the spring season. So 5th place does feel a little bit strange for a team with hype on it, who was playing so incredibly well. I felt like them losing Rebel wasn't actually that much of a big deal because Wei was also very talented, but that hasn't necessarily worked out here. And we've seen that Feisty even hasn't been able to stand up to his previous self.
And we can very clearly see that between like 2nd and 7th, the differences are pretty minimal. Because there's a few games, but like even if you look at game score, DRX is definitely ahead, and I think DRX I do expect to kind of stay there. But for a team like Nongshim, who today will be playing as well, and will, spoiler alert, be playing with some players that they've been missing, which I think is going to be a good development for them, can still breach the gap. Really, the drop-off kind of starts at 8 for, I think, Sandbox, T1, and Kwangdong are really free-falling, obviously, because for D+'s perfect 12, we also have Kwangdong with the almost perfect -11.
They've only won one game thus far. We're going to have a look, though, because we're on 13-12. Kog'Maw's W has been buffed, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not sure whether this is necessarily the greatest of changes that we're going to see here. I have no doubt in my mind that even though everything around Aphelios has been nerfed, he will still be the highest priority AD carry that we have here. Zeri as well, getting a few hits on this patch also.
Yeah, it's really nice. So instead of Stridebreaker Zeri, we'll now get cool new flavors like Triforce. We'll get Stridebreaker Zeri or AP Zeri.
Yeah.
There are so many ways to build this champion, and if you thought the nerfs were enough to kill her, think again. I mean, maybe she will be, but I'm worried. I think Zeri is a, she's grown up in Zone, and people in Zone are hardy. They are tenacious, and they are hard to get rid of.
It's tough to tackle them. That is very true. I think I'm starting to fall off the Zeri hype train. I think she's still kind of ridiculous if she does get those Zeri moments, but there's a lot of AD carries that can snowball, right? I think that Zeri hasn't necessarily found the same levels of success that we've seen recently. This buff, though, is so fun.
Yeah.
Triforce Ashe, baby. That's coming back.
Q-Max Triforce Ashe. Well, the one player who I know played it, which is G-Woo, is in the LCK.
Do you know W's bonus damage has doubled?
Yeah, I don't.
At level 1. Isn't that insane? It went from 10 to 20. Absurd.
Absurd. Truly a patch for the ages. The cat got smacked. Is it enough?
Wait, did W get nerfed?
Who knows?
Was it Cog W that got nerfed? Oh my goodness. How embarrassing if that's how that
I mean, it does make sense given that Cog was getting to be just a little bit.
But he wasn't really played, so actually
I mean, he was.
I read it on the patch as that
he was played.
Well, this is why we've got to make sure that we get the whoopsies out of the way early. Yeah, decrease.
He was nerfed. Yeah, thank you.
Absolute moron,
this is perfect. Guy. Yeah, it's also Milio. Cog Milio was really dumb. I'm happy that Chad is here to hold us accountable.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, Chad.
Yuumi has been nerfed. Is it enough?
No. Maybe. I hope so. I don't know. Particularly in Korea, there's been so many instances where champions get like buffed or nerfed to the point where like they should not be played anymore, and then we don't care. We're still playing
Yatz's comment is just the perfect way to describe Yuumi. This cat does not spark joy.
It really doesn't. We haven't seen Pantheon yet, but Sejuani is good, so maybe today is the day.
Conical Newt does have a good question. Which champion would you be most willing to take an auto attack from?
Lulu.
But Lulu's, that's taking 2 auto attacks.
I mean, kind of, but maybe you can dodge the second one.
No, you can't. It's targeted.
Well,
you get slapped by Lulu and Pix at the same time.
Yeah,
you
I
immediately went for the 2-for-1 special.
Well, yeah, but otherwise, have you seen what auto attack animations are? Do you want to get hit by a silver bolt arrow?
I want to get hit by Gragas.
Just get slapped.
Honest to goodness slap in the face. That's what I want.
That works.
Maybe a W empowered? Maybe I could take a drink after?
I don't think you should get W empowered autoed by Gragas. That sounds painful.
Well, it depends.
Wow.
Huh.
Well then. So we have 4 of the D+ players, unsurprisingly, and then Karis.
A guy that was in the LCK for 2 years.
Yeah.
And then what? And he's also sample size buff.
Yeah, because he hasn't played that many games.
My God, this team is so gross.
This is so dumb, man. That's a jungler with a 9.3 KDA.
And it's all bro. And D+ gear. So you can tell we got some Giga Chads here.
I know you're Eric Bernison. Oh, from
His Dark Materials.
From the Golden
Thanks, Shark
Compass.
Hero.
Yeah, I love those books.
I'm not gonna lie. That's my favorite series of all time.
Golden
but
Compass?
also, His Dark Materials. Yeah. And I had a glance at chat just to see if anyone knew, and I got a little bit sad that no one knew. So you don't actually understand. That means a lot that you say that. Because it's just great. Anyway, today's matchup. These are some games. Definitely some games are going to be had here today. The first one should be a bro victory. We should follow that with a Gen.G victory, and then Hanwha should probably take the win. But the beauty of today is I think that if there was a chance if there was a hope
For a 9-gamer?
for a 9-gamer, for an 11 hours on broadcast, I reckon it's today. I reckon it's today.
I can see it.
I think if you guys want to spend
see it.
at least half of a full day with us, I think you can do that.
Chat, I'm right there with you. You know, surely Kwangdong isn't gonna go for the minus 13.
They couldn't.
Like, there's no way.
They've won one game. It was on blue side. This series, they'll have one game on blue side, probably.
They beat DRX. The one game was against DRX, which is a good team.
Yeah.
Which
I'm
still very confused about.
And we're going to have a look at this roster here. Karis really settling in. Back to Challenger. We have to remind everyone that the reason he started playing for Gen.G was because he was MVP of Challenger. His Lissandra was out of control good. This is Karis's tournament.
Man.
This is Karis's league.
I remember that lineup as well. This was 2021 summer. He won Challengers together with KL and Envy the boys. And then I want to say Flawless and Lonely, but it might have been Gen.G and Lonely. For some reason, those two
I think
occupied the same space in my mind, and I don't know.
Yeah,
it was Lonely.
They were all playing at the same time.
Yeah,
as well.
Yeah.
So it might have even been that Flawless and Gen.G sort of shared time being called up and down at that point in time.
So,
Syntax, thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Aww. I actually, chat, I was doing, I told Atlas this as well, but I had some people come up to me when we were at the LCK, and you know what they said? Not, oh, we're such big fans of the LCK. No, they came up and they were like, we're such big fans of challengers. They were at LCK, they were watching Nongshim, obviously.
We're gonna need to crank the AC because my heart is too warm.
Isn't that amazing?
It's too warm.
Challenger fans? Unbelievable.
Because that's true fandom. Is fandom of the best league in the universe. As Ilima has dropped something on the floor. Maybe he's found it, not entirely sure. Or he's doing some stretching. Having a bit of a giggle there as well, so obviously in high spirits, absolutely fantastic, especially for a team that has won one single game here in Challenger. Kwangdong Freaks, to put it lightly, struggling like all heck. Blue side win rate lets K-Dog knows. It's all about positivity here in Challenger, and you're exactly right. They have, in fact, I have a 100% stat for you.
Hit me.
That 100% of the games that they've won have been on blue side.
And you know what the sample size is of that one? It's Atlas's favorite sample size. It's a sample size of 1!
Well, no, technically the sample size is all of the games they've played on blue side, and just one of them they've won. But it is still 100% of the wins. There we go. Okay, Enosh. This is our key position. He has been playing relatively well. I don't think he's a standout AD carry here in Challenger, but the best team in Challenger doesn't have a standout AD carry necessarily, and so I think he's been certainly serviceable here for the squad. And
for Breon, there really are, and even I think previously to Karis coming in, this is a really important distinction. They were already in the upswing, and this is something that I didn't necessarily expect, given that we've seen a fair amount of struggle as the maybe the 6th Rakan game will do it.
Don't you love that we've got like the 0-1 Janna as the point pick? They're like, well, he won one game on Rakan and he picked this interesting champion. That's going to be our stats that we've got.
Janna into the right comp can be quite good.
Hey, man.
Can be cool.
What about...
Can be cool and great and
what about the changes to Lucian? Okay?
Yeah.
Then you get the buff of Tornado and Eye of the Storm.
Oh,
see?
Yeah.
Works with CC and shields.
Yeah, Lucian Janna really sounds like a like that sounds like a match made in heaven.
It used to be in 2014, 2013.
Yeah.
When did Lucian come out? Something like that.
Yeah.
There was a time.
Atlas referring to the 10 years ago, man. That's a golden card. We should make
Deft and Heart looking pretty good in that combo. Imp and Mata playing that one super good, Chronicler.
We should make a Challengers bingo card. Actually, I feel like
when Max delves too deeply into the past.
We have chat roasting casters, casters roasting chat. We have Max
YouTube chat being weird.
YouTube chat being hella weird. The sponge incident being referenced. That's a big one.
Heartwarmedness.
That's
definitely on the bingo card.
Moments.
And Atlas being a geriatric.
That's
another
has to be
one.
up there. Has to be up there. A team surely winning and then not winning.
And Chronicler referencing at least 7 players that have left the region.
Oh yeah, that's big.
Yeah.
What else do we got?
And Doo-Doo-Doo-Doo.
Doo-Doo-Doo, yeah. I mean, Doo-Doo-Doo is like, that's a free slot.
This is Bull getting his Kai'Sa, by the way. Oh, wait, no, he's a Kalista main. Never mind. But Kai'Sa certainly feeling a little bit better on this patch as well. So that's what we're going to delve into. Raptor is a tree, and a Raptor is in the top side of the map.
Yeah, I am a bit baffled at B1ing Kai'Sa. That I don't understand on a very fundamental level.
But do you know what it says? Do you know what it says to me?
They can flex it mid.
It says that Kwangdong are gonna play what they want to play.
Yes.
And oh my god, we're just starting with a mystical forest versus another mystical forest.
Get Molecule in here. We don't even know if it's jungle.
But they're on each side of the rift.
Because you can go. Oh, we have double. Oh, it's the trio.
We are actually having
Entmoot.
We are actually having an Entmoot, and we're having an argument. This is going to be a heated Entmoot on the map.
Oh my god.
Summoner's Rift just became Fangorn Forest. It happened.
We're experiencing it right in front of our eyes.
Holy. I need to actually remember what part of Fangorn Forest the Entmoot was actually held. I did learn this information just the other day. Stephen Colbert apparently found out. Yeah, in a conversation with Peter Jackson that they had whilst he was interviewing Marion Pippin. I don't know why I watched that YouTube video, but it was actually quite relevant to the game we're about to commentate.
Your YouTube algorithm is a thing of beauty, Atlas. As the Jason Maokai, I've seen it, folks. Like, you can't possibly comprehend the spread and wealth of knowledge that is imparted upon this man.
I mean, it has a lot of like American Idol auditions mixed in with Diablo guides and Honkai Star Rail. That's basically what it is.
This is a bunch of skate videos.
A lot of skate videos as well. Basically, anything to do with rollerblading is recommended to me, and I love it. If you guys want to check out the new Pink Thems, they look absolutely amazing.
So,
collaboration with Basement.
I don't actually know where the champions of Kwangdong are going, because I think that solo lane AP, like PTA Ivern, is actually correct.
Yeah, and so this is something I was having a conversation with Orcs about this yesterday. I was explaining why Ivern is completely busted. And that's the fact that Daisy now gets on-hit effects from Ivern.
Yeah.
And so...
You can go Nashor's PTA.
Yeah, so you can go Nashor's PTA, but you can also go, like, Leandri's, Rylai's. You can go everything that would, like, make Zyra broken in the past and things like that, but you can also then just add PTA. Doesn't get, like, Halo Blade, so you don't get the attack speed or anything like that. But you can also stand in a brush and give you passive to Daisy.
So... Aphelios' priority has, like, clearly dropped. Obviously, I think the pick's still fine, but a lot of the nerfs surrounding his items, I think, are quite big.
Yep.
And him not being as high prio is fine. I think him getting picked here is not a problem at all. Also, do note with the Xayah ban, like, Kwang's like, where are we going? What is happening? As Ilima,
oh my goodness,
it's just going to be Gnar.
Are they just going to do Gnar Ryze? Because Ryze got buffed as well.
No.
Do the classic T1. That would be pretty funny. Because this is an old school and like a classic. If it was actually going to be,
oh, you know what's good?
Picking it
Gnar
up.
Victor. That's a. Also, how is Azir not picked? Is it not just Azir?
Oh yeah. Seems
might just
strange.
Be Azir.
As Syndra going to be the option. I mean, purple ladies. They got a bit of purple lady synergy. Kind of like that. Yeah, 2 purple ladies.
2 purple ladies. All the purple ladies.
Yeah.
All the purple ladies.
Put your hands up.
All the purple ladies.
If you like it, then you should have picked a purple lady. So that's how it kind of goes.
Brion have picked in perfect order.
Yeah, they just
this
weren't worried about
it. Giga Chat efficiency right there.
And it just shows that Milio was nerfed on this patch because they got to pick it last.
I mean, so this is really interesting because Kwangdong is going in on the Kai'Sa, which was already rising in priority. Kai'Sa and Varus, I think, really big benefactors of the Shiv Nashor build, kind of rising to the forefront and taking away a lot of the weaknesses of those two champions, particularly the wave clear and how smooth their power curve is. And then also the Iron being picked up, whereas Brion's comp is just, this could have been picked on like the last 3 patches probably.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Milio would have been not enabled, but you guys know what I mean.
Yeah.
You've seen this comp, exact comp, a million times. And previous to the nerfs, I look at the Brion comp and I'm like, this is pretty... It's
pretty
looking good.
Yeah.
Things are looking great. The bot lane in particular should have perma prio because Kai'Sa Rakan is a pretty not laning focused pairing, but we'll see. Maybe the Shiv, maybe the buffs and the nerfs will change this one, Atlas.
We'll have to see. Of course, more difficult to get that Q upgrade early, which does help you in that early laning phase. Because, of course, you like to go Shiv. And you get it a little bit later, I believe, with the Rage Blade coming through. You get the Nashers first for all of that extra damage. Void Seeker going to be buffed. And you do get the triple evolve, which is kind of cool with 3 items. So not too bad there. I've earned 0% win rate incoming. Look at Wolf. Just doubting the power of Daisy. Chronic Clerk. Brendan Valdez says that your name is Chronic Clerk, and Papa Smithy says
I
nice.
like it. Chronic Clerk. I can see it.
Yeah,
I could be a clerk.
We're on 13-12, Papa, and that means that we are going to see the mystical tree battle
in a drama.
It is the Entmoot.
Chronic Clerk.
That's how it goes. Let's rock out. Ooh, Papa has the big question. When do the world champions play? They're not going to play today. Today we have other other players.
Also, I would, Papa, I would really like if you think that, you know, if you're of the opinion that D+ is good, I would seriously reconsider. I don't
not that good.
I don't think they're that great. I think they're overrated.
Yeah,
really.
overrated.
I don't think Challengers is that great a league, and you know, D+ like.
Yeah. They're all allergic to airplanes, as we know.
They can only
been through
be
this
in Korea.
times. Yeah.
They
are powered purely by Choledo kimchi.
Yeah.
So you actually
you can't
export that.
It's like a plan.
I've watched the Arjumas try, and they just can't get it through customs.
Work.
It's too hard. Yes, let's contract jail them in challenges for another year. Yay. Well, there's no need to get real, okay? There's no need to get real.
Papa.
Oh, man.
At least now I can pretend that they're going to go to LCK next year, okay? If they're signed by another team, it's never happening.
Oh, no. They could be contract jailed anywhere, Chronicler. That's the beauty of it. Because we're going to check out a little bit of an engage here towards the bottom side. Handle going in. Enosh not really worrying about it too much here, as Frim and Ilima having a good time here towards this top side. Courage just taking a stroll.
Straight up yoinked the red buff. And he did get spotted, but like there's not that much that Raptor can do. So obviously one of the big benefits of being Mr. Ivern is you just walk in.
Yeah.
And then
just tame
just
the jungle.
It. Yeah, just yoink it away. And now Raptor can be very sad. And if he actually goes into the jungle, then he will be even more sad because there isn't really a whole lot for him to do.
It's pretty cool that you get to like put down like just ground, like what is it, flooring? You put down flooring with this skin. It's kind of cool. We did see, I believe that was Trigger Seed. It's been a while since I've cast an Ivern game, but I think that was a Trigger Seed landing. And we've got a bit of a scat of the week here. Is Courage just going to wander his way forward with legs that gigantic? I feel like his movement speed should be higher. You know?
Well, but he's a tree, so he doesn't have a lot of flexibility in his limbs, which is crucial for speed.
True. So a bit of a lumbering type situation. Yeah, a lot of value there.
Okay.
Enosh taking a lot of damage. Does get ignited. He's going to stand on this cozy campfire. Hope for some warm hugs to follow it up. I'm going to get level 3 for a bit of extra health there as well. See how Enosh is going to be able to play this one out, because right now, Bull and Andal having a pretty good time. And Courage looking to go somewhat aggressive, or as aggressive as Ivern wants to go.
They can land it.
Yeah. Let's see.
Plans.
They do manage to put the brush down. There's the grand entrance as Courage lands the trigger seed, but it's on to Polu. They manage to get first blood, and Andal even able to make it out alive. A beautiful dive here for the Kwangdong Freaks.
And Kwangdong here with the early game. Bull with both Halo Blades and the Longsword. So much more offensive power than Brion, right? We had Enosh going for Ghost, going for Cole. It's really good if you do get out of lane, but Courage not gonna let them. And right from the get-go, Kwangdong Freaks showing anything.
Do we call that a bushwhack? We call that a bushwhack
Sure.
there? As Karis almost solo killed here. If we've had the ability to Q a second time, would have been a lot of damage there for Karis to deal with. He's going to go home and look to get back on in here. And Courage just wandering around, consuming his camps as he likes to do. Taming the forest. The Brambleback going to be taken. And he is now going to go home. So, the Ivern doing fantastic things thus far.
And you know what's ironic is that Ivern actually was played extremely aggressively on when this patch first came through by everyone on Brion. Like they were playing it in multiple lanes, multiple roles. Both the LCK and the Challengers teams were giving this one a go. So seeing Kwangdong pick up an early lead with it is quite nice. Now Ivern obviously, particularly this build, as mentioned, aggressive build is a kind of a category of its own, but is a very, very strong supportive champion is Renekton, so I think they'll just let that one go. Who can provide a ton of utility, can provide his team with a lot of safety, and basically like because you might have never seen Ivern, because he hasn't been meta in like a really long time, but it's like an enchanter in the jungle.
Yeah.
And he has an ultimate that's like Tibbers, but cooler.
Tibbers that goes 1, 2, 3, boop.
1, 2, 3, boop.
And now abuses a lot of things. We've got a bit of an engage here. The tree going very far forward, at least one of the trees. Raptor going to try and run away, and they are going to be able to get him out, but the other tree's cut down. Oh, never mind. It is just tree massacre here, as we have definitely deforested the river, as both of them are going to fall. But still going to deny any sort of continuation on this Drake. Still kind of fine for Kwangdong Freaks. They want to continue their aggression.
Given the current state of our climate, I can't condone the actions of either of these two teams. Trees falling left and right. Fortunately, they do respawn, so everything is okay. Raptor
yeah, you got to replant them,
way.
and like this is the thing. Like there's sustainable deforestation, and then there's old growth forests being destroyed in Tasmania. Okay.
As we are looking at this era, this is an eerie moment because the trees are getting cut down. So
and all the sound.
Yeah, that's my point. Yeah, we're
not.
We're just witnessing this. We're not having any audio. What would happen?
It made it sadder.
That's the point. Yeah, I think it was a deliberate artistic choice from our observers. I really want to highlight what would happen if Maokai just left his saplings out. Would they grow into more Maokais?
I guess so. Well, maybe they grow into more alpacas, as he is using Juhan's skin here.
Courage
as now Karis, going to speed himself up here a little bit. Doesn't have a whole lot of mana. As Courage, just going to get dove on top of. That's a big old nah from Ilima, but unfortunately, it's just a few seconds too late. He's going to wander his way out. He's like, well, did all I could, guys. And unfortunately, Courage is once again dead. And apparently, these trees grow back real quickly. Maybe time is extended here in Runeterra, you know? They just grow real fast.
Thank God. What would we be without our trees? What would we be without the jungle?
I wonder how many rings Ivern had, asks Wolf. And I guess he was just cut in half, so you could count them.
Yeah, so Courage, this 2v2 is honestly fine, right, with Karis not having any mana, but the problem is that Frim actually has a really good roam timer, able to make his way over. And then here, I'm kind of wondering if they didn't have the damage. You see, like with Karis not having mana, I feel like Cleaver and Ilima were in a position where they definitely could have gotten the kill on at least Raptor without too much risk, but they didn't want to take the gamble. Courage is still level 5 though, and Raptor being level 6, I wouldn't be surprised to see Brion contest here, so this is a high-risk play coming through it from Kwangdong.
Yeah, going pretty aggressive, but they just set the brushes up. This is like a Larry Bird Ivern skin. It's a bit of a basketball reference. Anyway, we've got a little bit of an engage here as the Nature's Grasp does come down. Andal tries to get in there and make something happen, but the engage kind of doesn't work out as Karis once again going to limp away, and the rest of his team destroys everyone else. And oh my good, his Courage is made of balsa wood, man. Just can't keep himself together.
Needs more flexibility as Karis goes in.
Hey, I do know who Larry Bird is, Papa Smithy. I've watched Space Jam. How dare you?
I'm very glad that was. I'm glad you prioritized what is important, which is slamming down Papa.
Yeah, well, I mean, he said that I didn't know who Larry Bird was, but I've obviously seen Papa.
I'm not being sarcastic. It was just a kill for Kaisa. It's fine. Like you get to the important stuff.
I mean, that's not relevant.
As again, so Kwangdong, their setups around fights have not been great, and this is another example of this, where obviously letting the opponent just walk in is a bit rough. Illiman not having his Narborough available also means you lose a lot of teamfight power. Classic Gnar, Illiman hopping forward, but definitely not having the best of time in this lane thus far. And Bull is getting fed, which is really good news for Kwangdong fans.
Or is it?
Or is it? Because Bull has not been amazing.
He hasn't been able to carry very effectively. That's been one of the issues for Bull so far this season. But he has an Ivern.
He has an Ivern this time.
That's true. He has a 0-3 Ivern.
Doesn't matter. You think Ivern's KDA matters? That's the best part.
He does have a mirror, which I heard have a very low drop rate in Path of Exile. And so that's pretty cool.
Wait, have you played Path of Exile?
No.
But you know about mirror drop rates?
I know that they're very rare.
How?
Because people keep complaining about certain unique drop rates in Diablo 4, and they compare it to mirror drop rates in Path of Exile.
I knew that, like, this was either from a YouTube video or it was related to D4. I'm like, how? Yeah. Well, I mean, with your YouTube algorithm, it wouldn't have been surprising. You just, like, watch the Path of Exile video. Like,
I watch a fair few Quinn videos, even when he was playing Path of Exile, because I'm a bit of a silly Billy, and I used to love his Diablo 3 content.
You're just a consistent fan. There's nothing wrong with that.
That's true. Although he is a bit of a weirdo, and his content is strange, to say the least. But he's fantastic. I like supporting, you know, the Kiwi streamers.
We are casting a video game where two trees are fantasy trees that are slapping each other, so...
That is true. Is that what you do with a branch? Do you slap?
Yeah, branch slap.
Is it a branch slap?
Maybe it's a thwack.
Yeah, it feels like a...
But a thwack and a slap, I feel like, are kind of the same. Thwomp, yeah.
Yeah, didn't Harry Potter tell us that it's a thwomp?
Is it?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's a... It depends on the type of branch.
Isn't it? It's the Whomping Willow?
Well, no, but it depends...
Because then it whomps.
I don't know, but it depends on the size of the branch. Because if it's a thick enough branch...
Doesn't have to be flat for it to be a slap?
Well, yeah. Well, flatten enough, right? But like, if it's like one of the flexy ones, it's like almost whip-like. But if you get a big hunk of wood, then it's a bong.
Ooh, that's true.
So it really, we need to know more about the condition of the specific branch.
I don't think it's ever a slap, though.
I think
unless one of his branches is like already turned into a plank.
Well, but Ivern has hands. And you can slap someone, even if you're a tree.
That's true. I don't want to deny him his ability to slap.
No, but I get if he was not a tree with hands, I don't think you could slap with a tree.
I like Thwack. I think Shark Hero's onto something. Yeah, Thwack is just a good word. As for him, he doesn't thwack. He does slice and sometimes dice. And Illiman just throws boomerangs around and stuff. What does Gnar throw when he's just doing a regular auto attack?
I don't know.
Are they like little bones?
Well, we're about to see.
All right. Well, we may not. It's going to have to say goodbye to that particular boomerang. Going to get slammed. And there is going to be a Mega Gnar that comes through in perfect timing here for Illiman. Able to walk his way out. No flash required. Raptor went on a bit of a magical journey there. Liked it.
Oh, we get our first roast. What kind of discussion is that?
Wait, what do we What kind of discussion is that? It's a discussion about wax or slaps.
Yeah, but there's 2 trees in the game.
I don't really understand. Like, obviously we're going to talk about the
question?
As Prim, not sure about that slice. That was an odd one. It is probably going to spell his death, as he's not going to have his flash available. It just comes off cooldown now. And so that is the Crocodile just dying.
And Courage actually benefiting from the fact that Moonstone was buffed on this patch. Was a very underpowered item. Not even remotely viable for the largest of time, but now picked up here in an attempt to keep the rest of his team a little bit safer, a little bit healthier. We also have the
Sorry, just like slice and dies.
That's good.
It's actually very good. As Enosh has some pretty cool guns, but there are a lot more people here. As Daisy's going to turn up.
And dies.
Yeah. Well,
so
walks and dies.
Call me crazy, but
Hi, crazy.
Should have known. I think Andel's been having a great Rakan game thus far. He's been doing well.
Yeah.
You know, I have very little faith in Kwang to actually win the game, even though I think the game state is very salvageable.
I mean, they're doing fine. It's like 500 gold the difference. I think their composition does decent things.
2k gold lead at some point.
Oh, right. Yeah. Whoa. Brushes within brushes. It's very bushy there in the bottom lane. As Prim might be able to get Bro an even further extended gold advantage here. As Daisy, look at her, boosting towards that bottom side. Moonlight Vigil is going to go wide here, as we can see that Karis is doing his very best to try and not die. But Cleaver is going to say, I will unleash my power, and manages to take down the Jace very comfortably. Bro going to trade this for an outer turret in mid lane, though, which is certainly a good thing. Well, they're going to try. Shirley going to put her skull into it. And there we go. So not going to kill the turret, but it's definitely going to get some work done here, as Enosh with his Cozy Campfire going to be very, very happy to auto-attack it from a very long way away.
And thus far, the nerfs to Aphelios' items at Melio seem to be not too impactful.
Yeah, Enosh also still building Gale Force, even though it was nerfed, like just happy to continue being Aphelios, just the same way.
I do think that the most egregious thing that we saw, particularly with good Aphelios, was that as soon as they got a lead, every single time, it was very reminiscent actually of what Lucian used to do, but then you were Aphelios, you were also a late game team fighting like 1v9 monster, where you just activate Cozy Campfire, like you Gale Force in, you get like 2 autos off and maybe an ult, and then the other person just kind of explodes.
Yeah.
And that level of explosiveness has definitely been hit, and I hope that that is going to remain the case, because that was not a very fun and interactive play.
Are you saying that now perhaps gameplay will have to happen?
Well, there is a Syndra in the game, so there is always gameplay happening.
Oh, that is true. There is a button that does dictate gameplay.
Yeah.
That is true. That is true. I do overuse that one. Didn't use it in the bottom lane. I wanted to. I decided not to.
I think that's someone saying hello from Ecuador. Welcome.
Welcome. Hello. Hello.
Glad
also,
you can
Mr.
make it.
Sheikah saying that the gameplay happened. Is Raptor going to have to flash, speaking of gameplay? Throws a sapling in. Oh, I beg my pardon. Throws an alpaca into the brush. Love to see it. We've got rocks flying forward here from Ilima as they try and get in position, but Mininar does come through, so that Meganar is a long way away. They do want to go for some sort of re-engage. That is an Aphelios by himself on a ward. That's a little bit dangerous here as he blast cones his way over. Teleport to come back here from Karis as they do manage to secure this dragon on the side of Kwangdong Freaks. That's their second. Moonlight Vigil comes down and immediately the Ivo's dead for the 4th time. Cleaver's also going to go, and oh dear, it's a bit of a wash here for Breon. They don't seem too worried about the fact that that Drake went over to Kwangdong Freaks. They're going to just break open this mid lane, continue their rampage on this game. Ilima is in a bunch of trouble here. Does get ultra mega giga fire kicked to relative safety. He's going to be fine.
And everything goes well up until the point where they just kind of get hit by Maokai Ultimate, which is a good reminder of why that tree is as highly prioritized. And the problem with the composition of Kwangdong is once you get on top of the back line, there's not a whole lot happening. They don't really have front line unless Ilima has Mega, and he doesn't.
Yeah, he actually just ran out of it in perfect time, which is why Bro probably pretty happy to go for that fight. Yeah. Hate to interrupt you here, Chronicler. Cordless Battery asks, can I post ads to my boutique chicken egg painting business here? You don't need a permit. You're well and truly. In fact, we could give you a shout out if you'd like to mention the name and possibly an email address for inquiries.
Yeah, we're the permit, right?
Yeah, no, we can give those permits.
Yeah,
and it's a definite yes. I love boutique chicken egg painting businesses. I'm a bit biased because my mother was also a professional
like the Easter egg
boutique egg painter.
The Easter egg paint?
No, but she'd do it year round. She did most of her business in Easter, you're right, but she was just so talented that we just had to have the business.
My uncle was an egg.
Cool. Whoa!
Did he paint as well?
We've all got so much in common here on the Challenger broadcast. It's actually beautiful. Sajax, you alright?
Calix is swapped to bot lane. Yeah, he played for a bit.
He did. I think that was because they had 280 carries in LCK and nothing to play in Challenger.
You do a lot of business during Easter to build yourself a nest egg for the rest of the year.
That's how it goes.
That could have been you.
Beautiful.
That's
Absolutely
that's
beautiful.
A you-level joke.
Nah, I'm not as good as Mistake Boy. He has the best stuff. That's why we have chat open here for the Challenger broadcast. It allows the real funnies to come through. Absolutely perfect. To go back to the game state, how we looking? Bro, 3,000 gold ahead. Exactly. It's another Infernal Drake. We've seen so many Infernal Souls over the last couple of days.
It's been crazy.
Absolutely insane. Like, where are the clouds? Where are the clouds at?
So, for Guangdong, there is an opportunity, but unfortunately it's not great because it kind of relies on them going in and bopping Anosh immediately. And then I look at the amount of safety and heal that's available.
Oh, Ando getting on in there, utilizing that trigger seed as the grasp of nature does come through. Anosh in a bit of trouble. Daisy thinks about it, decides that no, would prefer not to. Polo, what a bro. What an absolute bro in every single way. The Void Seeker not quite long enough there as they do manage to take down one of the mystical trees. And Guangdong Freaks, they're going to get to work on this Baron.
Yeah, so as we're saying, they need to kill Anosh, which is very hard because he has frontline, and he has summoners, and he has Milio, but then he almost goes down, and then they're going to get Nash.
Well, Frim teleported in, and then they're like, probably shouldn't. And that is going to be the Baron secured. So, bro, we're in a lot of control, and now that control has evaporated. Here we go.
That's Challengers, baby.
Do you know what this game is going to come down to?
Because I see this and like, what is happening? Why are we going in here? There's no follow-up, but as it turns out, you don't need follow-up when you are
If you've got a killer instinct, you can take him down. Don't you worry.
Holy moly. Bull actually having a completely unreasonable amount of damage output there. And even Maokai, who was fed, stands zero chance against the might of Bull's Kai'Sa. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of get the B1 now. I'm seeing it.
Yeah, I mean, he was a Kalista main, right? And Kai'Sa and Kalista have similar attack ranges, similar vibes, you know? Like, it's very all-in.
It's just the Bull carry angle to me feels like a very foreign concept, but it might be what we're looking at here.
I mean, it might also be the 0-4 Ivern carry angle.
I mean, he doesn't, like, he's 0-4, right? But he does have Staff and Moonstone, so like...
Do you know what the best thing about it is? Like, he's 0-4, but Staff of Flowing Water just has such a zen name.
It doesn't matter.
You can't imagine him being too upset about the situation.
A tree, and now he has both a nice stone and also more water.
True. And look at Daisy. It's just ask Frim for a 1v1. Absolutely. Frim says he'd prefer not to. Doesn't want to play shootout right now.
The Epic Kai'Sa poke.
Yeah. Guangdong Freaks wanting to get Soul Point. Could lock it down here. Karis going to need to see some poke as Andal over the wall looking for that angle. Ilima, great Naba this time around. Can actually grab that anytime he'd like. Void Seeker goes wide. Stepping into the brush here as we're playing some basketball, but Frim's happy to catch that one. Daisy, no! 50 gold over to Karis. Not what you want to see. There's a stun on a Frim who just dives forward, tries to lock them down, but Bull is doing so much work, and oh my god, Enosh, but he's going to get slammed into the wall, and Bull finds a killer instinct. Karis now is the last form of damage as Ilima is going to go down, and the Jace is getting it done. The Dragon's still getting angry at Karis here, who tries to dive on top of Bull, and Raptor, he's not going to be able to close the distance. There is so much plant life in this river. It's insane, and that's the Void Seeker. The Maokai is going to be sought, and that will also be the soul point for Guangdong Freaks. I have a feeling they might win this game, Chronicle.
Tell me this is not the greatest league in the world, Atlas. Look at what happens here, because I don't know. Oh, we have the re-engage coming through. Frim gets blown up, but then Chorus and Enosh get so much damage down, but look at the man, the myth, the legend Bull, getting the assassination, and then from that point onward, I love, like, the Infernal Drake actually does so much damage here as well.
It almost solo kills Karis.
And then Bull, the safety of Ivern, the Staff of Flowing Water, the Moonstone gonna keep him topped up. He even gets the exit kill. And now it's Soul Point and Kwangdong about to get their second win of the season. Well, hey,
how many chickens? How many chickens? Are you doing some counting? Because ain't nothing hatched yet. I ain't seen no hatching on my screen. Okay.
They're hiding amongst the trees. The chickens are there. They're waiting, Atlas.
Yeah, these are some definite tree-living chickens. I haven't necessarily seen that, but
no,
where are chickens supposed to live in the wild?
No,
do wild chickens even exist?
Yeah. No, actually, there's a park in the Netherlands where you have as a hold up. Bull.
All right.
Okay, I guess we're fine.
Nature's Graph.
Well, Raptor is
Raptor's not doing great.
So there's a city near where I live called Breda, and there's a park there. And it's like a park with, like, you know, trees and bushes and whatnot, as you would in a park. And there's just chickens.
Huh. Yeah. And they live in the trees.
They live, well, amongst, they scuttle on the floor amongst the trees. Yeah, they don't live in trees.
That's what I was the whole point was asking whether they live in trees.
Well, they don't
and you
live
made me
in
feel
trees.
silly for not thinking that they lived in trees.
They live amongst the
and
trees.
So I was right.
Yeah, well, they can't fly.
Humans live amongst trees. What are you talking about? We're all on Earth.
I don't live amongst trees.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
There's a tree literally outside this building.
Yeah, but that's not... there needs to be more trees for that.
No, amongst just means they exist.
I feel like there needs to be a certain density.
Well, there does. Otherwise, the carbon dioxide doesn't get taken out of the air. So, yes, there does need to be a certain density. Thankfully, we do have it. Otherwise, we'd all be dead.
I didn't sense it now, Don.
Stop killing the Amazon.
For courage. Even if the nerf version Bull going to be doing a whole lot more damage than this one.
Wait, can we... was Sajax banned somehow? How did Sajax be banned?
I don't know. Are these
Alice is
okay?
the densest man I know. Thanks, Papa. See? I've got a dense brain. It's full of stuff.
You know what the best part is? This is only game one. We might be in for 9 of these.
Bro is losing at the caster's eye. Well, Kwangdong Freaks, they could still lose.
God,
they could. Like, I have faith. They've shown that they can lose in the most creative of ways so far this season.
Is Bull LCK worthy?
I think so. I think they are.
Sample size of 1.
I think Bull is probably the best AD carry that we have here in Challenger. And also, I think Courage is probably the best jungler as well. As Illimar is going to be grabbing him momentarily. Frim looking for an opportunity. This is going to be Meganar very, very soon. Doesn't find the wallop though. Still, Kwangdong Freaks were closing in. Cleaver's on the top side, so wasn't going to be there for that particular fight, but did have teleport available if he was required. They are going to back away here. Voidseeker is going to find Raptor, and Raptor says, well, that's cool. And they're going to look for a Baron. So it looks like Kwangdong Freaks will be able to lock this one down. Cute little ward here just outside the pit. Doesn't get full information, but I think that they will know what's going on. Let's see whether Raptor can actually get here and go for some sort of steal.
Look
well, that is just going to burn down so quickly. Nature's Grasp going to come through there as they look for Courage. He's going to explode. They're going to lose their jungler, but at least the Baron has already been taken. The quickness is going to come down there as Frim trying to close the gap. But he's going to get smashed into that wall. Enosh in a whole lot of trouble as Raptor wants to find that angle. They get the acceleration gain. It's not done just yet. Oh my goodness, the stun's fantastic! And they lock down the kill. Bull is dead, I repeat! Bull is dead, and Cleaver is going to be the next to go down cold! I didn't think he looked that meek, but he is still going to be cold as if he was one. And bro, they leave Andal alive to go and tell the rest of Kwangdong Freaks that they are not welcome here on this rift.
And I would advise Kwangdong to just accept that the tree will be cut down, but you can live. Because you shouldn't. Just let him die. Like, as soon as you get caught in the Maokai ultimate, it's done. You need to get out of there. You need to keep these Baron buffs alive, but instead, they try and save their jungler to the dismay of everyone, because it's a 4-for-0 trade, and all they get is a measly Baron buff.
Andal has Baron.
Yeah.
So we've got a negative 2,000 gold Baron power play, which I would put in the cons column for the Kwangdong Freaks, but it's a great Baron power play for Bro here, to the tune of about 2,400 so far on their Baron power play that they made from Kwangdong Freaks' attempted Baron take. They'll also deny the Infernal Soul. Great news here for Bro, as they move to an almost gold advantage. That is called moving towards being still behind a bit of gold. It's an interesting situation. Bulls KDA is the secret police hotline. He needs to get that one assist. He needs to get that one assist so that he can make the call a little bit more effectively. We'll see whether they do manage to get there. I want to see someone in a challenger game get the triple-double.
The triple-double?
Yeah, at least 10-10-10 scoreline.
If it happens, it's in challengers. Let me put it that way.
I reckon it definitely will.
But it probably would involve sending Dundun back down.
I think Dundun would be required.
I think
it's difficult for him to get double digits in the first column, but the other two, he nails.
I think he is uniquely equipped for this specific type of mission.
Absolutely. Let's see whether Kwangdong Freaks can pull this one back into their favor. Right now, utilizing Andal's one Baron that they have available to themselves to try and siege out this inner turret in mid lane. Karis as well, just dealing with waves on the bot side. And you can see Frim's going to turn up to watch his turret fall here in the top side of the map. So this Baron power play actually not going to be as bad as it was looking earlier on. As Daisy, once again, going to be put together. Nature's Grasp going to come through there. As Daisy going to be ignored. It's a teleport to come through from Frim. And he manages to catch the last remaining Baron user, as the Baron had just timed out. But still, theoretically, they managed to get the full ace, just extraordinarily delayed. And Bro, with their one pick onto the Rakan, look to push further forward. 3 minutes on the Drake and 2.5 on the Baron. So not a whole lot to go for here. But Bro's still happy with the fact that they managed to kill the Pigeon.
And they ended the attempted Baron shove. I mean, it was a Baron siege.
I mean, it was already over.
It was kind of already over. And the only thing they gave up was a topside turret. And obviously, they got a bunch of map control. I don't quite know how there's still bounties for Brion on the turrets. That is definitely somewhat puzzling to me. But I'm not a mathematician, so I'm not gonna question the math on that one.
Mathemagician?
Yeah, sure.
I prefer to be a mathemagician rather than a mathematician, because then I don't need to show my workings out because it's against my code.
Yeah, you can't give away.
That's what I said to my maths
inner
teachers.
workings. How did she? How did they take it?
They said you're probably cheating, and I said, how did you know?
You what?
So then I had to show my workings out. So then I had to pretend to be a mathematician after that. It was very sad. But I went for it, you know, and that's the main thing, is you miss every hook you don't throw, right? I learned that from math class.
Okay, how many allegories are we going to shove into one math metaphor?
I thought it was a magic metaphor.
Yeah, it's both.
Huh. Oh, better than a mathematician. That is very true. The death of mathematics.
Well, math's important, y'all.
It is.
I personally don't partake, but I recognize its value to society. As we're still sieging.
Yeah, Ilma's still throwing things around. Daisy trying to get some work done here. She is going to fall, but he's going to collect an inner turret here as, there's the Scat of the Week onto Raptor. He takes a fair bit of damage and is going to have to flash away. They get through Daisy. Maybe that's going to be an important factor here. But Raptor losing the majority of his health bar is bad news, Bears. He's also going for the wrong build you'd love to see there, Chronicler. Does have the... no, it's fine. For Blue Smite.
Yeah.
It just has the first strike, looking for a little bit of extra gold, I guess, later into this game.
Yeah, I think the first strike, given that he still goes for it.
He would have killed Bull in that fight at the Dragon Pit if he had Phase Rush though.
I do like Phase Rush. Yeah, Phase Rush, Aftershock, I'm both very big fans of, as McKill's now done. And Bull has all that he could possibly want, right? He has a 4-item Ardent support, as well as a Redemption at the ready. Going forward, but can they actually find an angle here? Because the front to back of Brian, I think, is still really strong. They can find a good Malphite
also
ulti.
Pretty powerful. Bro have been kind of losing because they've engaged badly.
But Kwangno, you can take Dragon.
They can also take an inhibitor turret. Oh, instead they're going to wrap around. Look at this. Going to use the Shurelya's. There is the Nature's Grasp. Oh dear, they're going to catch a few members out of position here as Frim flashes forward. Doesn't get a whole lot of value here as the Redemption does come down. Raptor goes gold and tries to avoid some of the CC, but it's not going to work out. And that is going to be the jungler taken down, and that should mean that Infernal Soul does come in. Man, what a difficult, extraordinarily one-sided Kwangdong Freaks game to win.
Kwangdong really showcasing us, the challengers of modern-day League of Legends macro. As
well, when your opposition is this good, it's really difficult to win as effectively as we can see in lesser leagues like the LCK or the LPL, you know. So, I mean, they're just making it so difficult for Kwangdong
They
Freaks.
are, yeah. And I'm happy that Kwangdong was able to somehow find their way out of that situation. As Brion chased into an Ivern and a Syndra and a Gnar into a choke point, which, unsurprising, did not really end up working out for them. And Kwangdong just set up shop with the power of Redemption and a Bull who's still full health. And they were completely fine. The rest of Brion has to peace out. And Atlas with Infernal Soul Mao at the ready. You got it. You got to imagine. You gotta imagine that it's happening.
He could have got an assist on that kill on Raptor. I think he missed the Void Seeker, and that's why he doesn't have an assist. I thought about giving him POG, but it's just impossible now.
No way they lose this. Oh,
wait, who said that? Who said? Oh, Cammy Yeet. Oh, no.
You should know better.
Oh, dear. All right, well, congratulations to Bro on their victory here in this game. Amazing. Kwangdong Freaks lost, even though they managed to get an Infernal Soul. But as it turns out, sometimes curses can break everything.
Yeah, so let me be very clear. This should be a win for Kwangdong.
Not every game is winnable, but every game is losable, Chronicler.
Thank you. Yes. That decides game. Yeah, so it probably is all over for Brion. Probably.
It should be.
But they're not giving up.
Yeah.
And I've seen Kwangdong lose games in positions previously thought unlosable.
This game is going to be very difficult for Bro to win, but it's still possible for Kwangdong Freaks to lose. That's all I'm going to say is Ilma's going to throw an ultimate to Narnia. Daisy also in a little bit of trouble is Frim. He's on a magical journey. He's looking to try and catch up. Oh my god, that Moonlight Vigil is so huge. Couldn't be happening. Couldn't be happening. Chronicler, they've taken down Cleaver already. Frim is surviving for an extraordinarily long time as Illima's going to flash away. They managed to take down the Crocodile, and Illima, he's running for the hills, and now the base is open. Cue the Yakety Sax. There's now courage down to 50%. They're flashing in. Raptor is going to sacrifice himself for it as Bull. He's surviving, finds the Void Seeker. Enosh is still up and available as well, though, as Ilma's teleported back into the fight. Enosh with his Severum is still going to be gnawed into the wall. He gets a big old shield, but it's not enough. And Kwangdong Freaks will walk away with game one.
If Ilma dies there, they get routed. If Ilma goes down there, Kwangdong would have done the impossible.
This was the closest extraordinarily one-sided game that I've cast in a very long time.
Beautiful. Oh, Kwangdong get their second win of the season.
If someone's saying curse, I don't know how many layers of curse was that? In order for that to be a caster curse? Oh, man. Ooh, where are the votes going? I don't know whether he got to 911 at the end. which is what I was basing my ability to vote for him on.
I have to. Although I would actually not mind an Andil vote, because I think his Rakan was actually quite big. But I had to go for the man.
I think it has to be Bull, just because he's so much... He played so much better than he has all season long.
But he actually has, because we meme around a lot, but this was genuinely, like, you get the B1 Kai'Sa. It's a short-range AD carry that really requires very good snap decision-making, and he actually delivered. Like, he had really good fights, really good mid-game. He died once, which was the Baron collective unfortunate incident.
They reforged an anchor into a light aircraft. That's what they did.
It's game 1, Atlas. Come on, save these for later, man.
That's what they.
That's gold.
He carried that one. It was absolutely amazing. 12-1-1. Oh my goodness, you wouldn't get the police, but man, still a very nice score. But yeah, no, it was a great game. It was an absolutely great game from Quantum Freaks. They also played the Ivern, and we thought that it might be a 0%, but you know what it is instead? It's a 100% win rate. Daisy does not lose as Bull pretty understandably picks up the POG. 1,052 DPM. Did relatively well. Pretty surprising that it's only 100 points. And his first POG of the season.
And what's really cool is that this form of Kai'Sa as well, it leans towards the like super uninteractive AP Kai'Sa that we've seen before, right? Which went full AP and just spam Ws. But this time around, due to the Nashers and whatnot, you actually have a pretty consistent amount of damage in teamfights as well, because you just reliably proc your passive. As Atlas already on game 6 mentality, but it's game 1. Yeah, we are rapidly descending.
No, we have to start descending.
No, we feel great because like it's a really fun day of challengers. So this is exactly how I want it to begin.
I messaged Chronicle last night when I was on my way home from filming the Pog State for about 11 hours, and I was like, you know what, we're gonna have a good day tomorrow. We've already started having a good day.
I'm having the best of time. Maybe have a little bit of a snack after this, so we're ready for the free game banger that this is about to be.
There is absolutely no way Quantum Freaks wins game 2. That's
zero.
Oh, if you go from only 1 win in Challenger to winning 2-0, that is not my challenge. We are going to go to a short break. When we come back, it's game number 2, and then after that, game 3, baby. Let's go. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to LCK Challenger Summer 2023. I'm Altus, joined by the Chronic Kekla here, as we are diving into game number 2. Quandong Freaks, understandably, picking up game number 1 in dominant fashion. Yeah, I'm going to take a sip out of my glorious LCK-branded tumbler.
Nice. I have a cup as well. I should bring it for maximum synergy.
Wow. It tastes better when it's coming from the LCK. That's all I'm saying.
It does.
Absolutely extraordinary.
The LCK shop.
Yeah.
When you visit Lowell Park and get your mug or
I also bought
cooler.
the coffee beans that have been turned into an Americano in that particular tumbler from a glorious little place with you.
It was really fun.
Yeah, well, they're not bad beans. Not bad beans. So yeah, shout out to the LCK. Stop by the LCK store. #ad. #sponsored. #grateful. Absolutely amazing stuff. All right, so we are now moving to game number 2. So, bro, haven't selected a side just yet, or we haven't been notified of their side selection, but I hazard a guess they're going to be heading towards blue side, and perhaps they're going to pick some different champions this time around that are maybe more tailor-made towards 13-12, as opposed to 13-11, which is what their last selection was. Hot take. Plot twist, yeah.
Plot twist.
Bro selected the red side, so maybe the 9-game dream is dead, but I hope not.
So I think that they'll just pick Ivern.
Yeah, or maybe they can't because it's going to be first picked.
No.
Do you need to priority pick the Kai'Sa? No.
I mean, I don't think they should have in game number 1.
Yeah.
Might be banned though. We'll see. We'll see. So
interesting.
It's really tough because it's the first game that we've seen on this patch. To me, it feels like the Milio and Aphelios part kind of works the same way. What really is a big difference makers, though, and I think that the Kai'Sa and Varus are another example that kind of enabled this, is that these new builds for them basically allow them to, like, tanks are not tanks at 2 items. Like, you get, like, between Kai'Sa passive and Varus' W, right? You get boomed so fast, and we really saw it, I think, with Raptor as well, who was supposed to be the front line. Every time, like, he got focused, he just instantly died.
Yeah.
Like, zero ability to stay alive, and that level of upfront burst can be very hard to deal with.
Let's see what level of deforestation we're going to see in this particular game. Let's jump into pick and ban. What changes are we going to see? None just yet. Vi and Nico both taken away. Nico, of course, completely broken on the last patch. We made so many changes, we decided that Nico is going to stay the same. Because that's just the way that you're supposed to do it. Static Shift buffed, which is great to see. It's Quantum Freaks deciding that only 1 tree is allowed. And so we're going to ban away the Maokai. An interesting adaptation. No trees! What the heck?
Look at Kurt's, like,
yeah.
Even died Ilima, like 5 times.
Yeah, Illima's having the time of his life here, just like looking cheeky. As we're going to see the Tristana ban, and that means that the LeBlanc ban is going to come through to follow up. Really nice adaptation there. Sejuani going to be the first pick here for Quantum Freaks. And bro, are we stealing away the Kai'Sa? I have a feeling Enosh is more of a Varus guy. That's what I'm thinking.
I'm also playing Kai'Sa into Varus sounds very miserable.
Yeah.
Because your laning phase is going to be extremely rough. As it
Deny the
like,
Croc Sejuani combination.
That's a good call. Pick that up. What are we going to combine with the Crocodile? Plenty of great junglers still available. Can go for like Croc Annie. I quite like actually as an opener. It doesn't look like that is going to be the case because if you don't pick either of those and Kwangdong go, I feel like Croc Pickway is kind of a given.
You need to do that.
Because if you go and play into like Croc, Annie, Sejuani topside, life will not be good. And what is Kwangdong going to do here? I wouldn't even be surprised we see like a Jax.
No, it's Kai'Sa Rakan. Why not just go Kai'Sa?
Yeah, run it back. I like that. I feel like the Jax Sejuani is just kind of nuts. And I do know I've been watching Ilima for a decent amount of time, so I had an inkling.
Yeah, but I'm surprised that they priority pick for Ilima because his champion pool is much larger, and if I see Bull win on a champion, I put him on that champion again.
Oh, they'll lock in the. Oh no, it's full topside.
I think this is curious, especially when you're picking it into Karis, but still, they are going to prioritize this bottom lane for Bro, and so now we're going to see, maybe it's just actually like both of the champions from the bottom lane last game, because I think Bro like found them very difficult to deal with as the game went on, even if the laning phase was fine.
100, yeah, I think the Rakan to me is a no-brainer because it also feels like Ondale is very clearly, extremely highly prioritizing their champion, as we saw from the point picks. And giving that to him seems like a rough one.
100% of Kwangdong Freaks' victories have been with Andal on Rakan.
Yeah.
So there we go. That is Syndra banned away from Karis. He's not allowed to play that one, of course. It's a bit of a Zia main. Oh, that's a ban. The Rel going to come through. Enabled on this particular patch. Wasn't enabled last time around after her rework.
So Kwangdong is just going to get the same bot side?
Yeah, as it turns out, that is what's going to happen here.
Looks like that is going to be the case.
Curious.
Huh. That is a decision from Brion here.
Yeah, that is something that you could do. What is the... Maybe like they thought that the Ivan was the problem, which I find curious. Lee Sin being considered, but looks like opting in for the counter matchup is going to be Bro's strategy here. As Bull just locks Draven. Okay, fair.
Draven...
Draven Pike. Just Draven Pike.
Look at Allendale. Look at
All right, sure. They're like, oh, we had a really good game on the Kaiser Rakan. A bit of a finesse draft for the bottom side of the map. We got through the laning phase and we were fine. You know what we're going to do? We're just going to take a mallet to that.
Are these nameplates swapped? Because what I'm seeing on the left, that's a Giga Chat draft, Atlas.
Oh, yeah.
That's 100% start to fit, like top side, 2v2, Pike, Draven. I mean, I look at the Brion comp and it's basically the same when you look at the top half of the map. But the bottom left is going to need a lot of work. So a lot of pressure will be on Karis and Raptor to be able to have lead in the mid-jungle 2v2 and then...
I think it's over.
Save their bot lane. You think it's 2-0?
I don't think there's any way that Bro can win against the amount of testosterone that is fueling the Kwangdong Freaks draft.
Well, yes, but I'm just worried that Kwangdong will have some issues with closing out the game in a clean and orderly fashion, given what we witnessed last time around.
Yeah, and so I think it's definitely 3 games, but I still think that it's definitely a Kwangdong Freaks victory here in this game. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Completely.
Yeah, okay, cool. I think that there's no chance that Kwangdong Freaks will lose, and therefore they will, and therefore we'll go to 3 games. That's how it's going to go. Karis on this Ari, I'm looking forward to seeing whether Karis actually has a little bit more of an impact. I think that his Jace did a lot of like barely surviving in the early game and then not surviving in the late game. That was sort of his experience. And so if he can be a little bit more proactive alongside Raptor in this game, I think we'll see a lot more. But I'm a little bit worried about the amount of L's in Illima's name, you know, and the amount of jacks that he's going to perform here against the Renekton.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of jaxing, and
Did Illima get an extra L, or has it always been 3? And I've only ever seen it lowercase.
He's changed a bunch of times. He went from definitely from 2 to 3. I think he was at 4 at some point.
Does he add extra L's?
Yeah.
It seems a bit yikes.
No, because he hands them out to the opponents. Well, so now then he's back to 3.
He's been accepting quite a few of them this season. That's true. Let's rock out. Oh, here we are. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Summoner's Rift as Enosh is flashing. Oh, skewered like a kebab. If he hadn't have flashed. But he did, so not skewered.
So he's just a piece of meat.
He is.
He's not kebabbed.
As we call it here when you go for delicious lamb skewers, young Gucci. Young Gucci. Absolutely delicious. And he was almost transformed into some. You know, there's an amazing lamb place that I found just around my place very recently. Absolutely incredible. Had some lamb shanks. The lady there was absolutely lovely. She said she had some British people in, and so she brought out this like weird mint stuff instead of the delicious spice mix that you normally eat lamb with. She's like, they didn't like the spice mix. and they were also foreigners. So I'll bring you some, and we did not touch that. And I asked for extra of the spice mix because it's so good.
I mean, to be fair, mint and lamb is a good combo. I'd want the spice mix as well.
Yeah,
Don't get me
it
wrong.
actually, so it tasted like roast lamb, like with, I tried it with the mint stuff, and it just tasted like my grandma's roast lamb.
As opposed to lamb skewers.
As opposed to what it's supposed to be.
I get it.
Yeah. Bone Skewer going to connect onto Apollo. He's not going to flash. However, they're still going to lose out on the trade. A little bit unfortunate. Still, Andal going to be able to head into the brush, gets out of vision, gets the health back. He'll be fine.
I get the heal. That'll be okay. Just looking, and we do see Enosh going for Barrier and Doran, so very aware of the position that he is going to be in this lane. And I want to highlight as well, as someone just asked, what is the best like lullaby? I actually think Diana theme is really...
Oh, I love that song.
It's really atmospheric, you know. It might be a little bit too foreboding. Is Undeal?
Yeah, Enosh taking a bit of damage here. It's going to be lit on fire momentarily.
Oh, he's so dead.
Back away, yeah, Courage moving on in. You can see Raptor has a bit of an idea as to what's going on.
He's down a level, bro.
Yeah.
Can't really contest here. And they're still level 1. Oh,
yeah,
God.
They're diving over the wall, and Raptor is going to take so much damage. Even the Gromp's getting into it.
Oh, God.
Safeguard's going to come down. There is the campfire, as Andal's still taking a fair bit of damage. So they're not going to be able to go for the dive just yet. Some of these health bars just not quite up yet. As Frim, you got to be careful, buddy. You only just hit level 3. No, it's still Jax's lane for now. Need another couple of points into that queue before you really start having a good time.
So Kurt knows this is
yeah, everyone knows all of the things.
And it's a win for Guangdong because they have actually been able to get Kurt ahead. They're putting Raptor on the back foot, but they didn't get the dive off. So it's not best case scenario just yet. As
that's a solo
back.
kill. That's an Illima solo kill onto Prim.
I've been waiting, Atlas.
I know.
I've been waiting for a long time for the Dark Lord to truly return, and it starts with a solo bolo.
Damn. 2-0. Guaranteed. Can't wait for game 3. All right.
The more you it's happening.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's like you can't predict it, and yet it's impossible not to predict it. You know. Wow. He got gameplay pretty hard there.
It's also like the walk away to make him think that you're piecing out so Frim doesn't go for the preemptive flash.
Yeah. And then gets stunned even though it looked like he wasn't in range of the stun. Feels bad. Level 4 here for both of our top laners for now. And Frim being able to teleport back means that he doesn't suffer too much outside of just that first blood gold going over to Jax. And I say just, it is still an absolute disaster for this lane. But it could be worse. You know, it's a phrase that we like to say here in Challenger. Could be worse. Enosh, I don't know how much worse it could be. He could have died, I guess.
Completely expected for Guangdong to just completely run the early game here naturally.
Yeah,
if you're a Challengers
absolutely.
fan, you would have known this was going to happen.
100%. Every single lane and the jungle are ahead.
Not a surprise at all, given the recent form of these two teams. I'm flabbergasted, but in the best of ways.
Yeah.
By what Guangdong is showing here. And we talked a lot about this team and what the loss of Bulldog meant for them, as in we go again.
Yeah, that is another bone skewer. Andal is just hitting all of them. As it turns out, he just didn't play enough Pike. That was their whole issue. There we go. I've figured it out.
Maybe it was. Maybe that was what was missing all along. And what is really important, this is something that we, particularly Challenger, can see pretty often. Like the player camps for Guangdong, they look like they're enjoying themselves and they haven't been doing a whole lot of that. And obviously, they're in a good position, right? They have a draft that does need to kind of snowball, but that's mostly, well, they are. And it's also mostly in the bot half of the map because Illima and Cleaver are going to be late game menaces no matter what. Like the 1-3-1 potential of this composition is pretty disgusting. Even 1-4 would look amazing.
Yeah, I also like drafts that are comprised of winning lanes and then side lane win conditions. And that's what Quantum Freaks have for themselves with this one. Because I think that takes away from the need to be able to team fight when often drafts are comprised of, oh, we don't necessarily win lane, but we can win 5v5s. And Quantum Freaks don't necessarily need to do that, especially with Illima picking up first blood. And 51-29, Frim really has been denied.
Ilma also has a call that he picks up with the gold that he got. That's investment, baby. Like, you get the kill and you don't turn it into a fancy eye, you turn it into a call. It's gonna get you more gold down the line.
He learned that from OK Savings Bank. Going for those investments.
The irony of OK Savings Bank being hoisted by their own petard.
I know.
Unbelievable.
Isn't it absurd? But sometimes, you know, the best way to do your learnings is from your opponent. And that's precisely what Ilma has done. As Karis has been a bit quiet in this game as well.
The 06 losing streak, so that you lull your opponents into a false sense of security. But there's
they can still go to playoffs. So this it's early.
This is basically guaranteed. So there's no way that Kwangdong win this game, right? That's where we're at.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just making sure.
I mean, there's also no way they lose.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah. I can't find a way for them to win. I also can't find a way for them to lose. And I can't find a way for Bro to come back. And I also can. As Frim, getting a solo kill would definitely be it, but he's not going to. Ilma is going to make eye contact with the Crocodile, and the Crocodile will fall over. Didn't that look a little bit odd? It looked a bit odd, didn't it? Because it looked like Frim was doing a lot of things, and then he was just dead.
It's just Ilma things, baby.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you.
Let's watch it again. Let's see Frim like press all of these buttons and stuff, and watch Ilma just not care.
Yeah, I'm kind of blown that Ilma can win while fighting in a wave this big, but obviously he's already ahead. And
his minions actually did the rest of the work. That's why it looked funny. He only had like 4 of them there.
The Trinity, it does, yeah.
All right, so Ilma is massive. Doesn't manage to finish his Divine Sunder just yet. Just needs to combine a few items together though, and he will be able to get there. And Bull moving up towards this Rift Herald that has been started by Bro. Are they allowed to take neutral objectives at this point in the game?
I don't think so.
Red, white, maybe it's time to fight. We'll have to see. Courage is going to find the prison, and oh my goodness, that's a cash-in. Enosh is flashing on top of everyone, but the permafrost is going to be there. Ilma dives on top of him, and now it's a big old battle between the Jax and the Aphelios, and he's going to take even more souls than that. Karis, nice work, manages to take down the jungler. Charm is going to miss, and Pollard is going to have to run away with his tail between his legs. Doesn't have a tail, he's Emilio, but does have a big old backpack. And it's got, maybe that is what you're going to have to put between your legs. Oh my goodness. Yeah, 450 from the cash-in, and so that is now a very healthy Draven.
And even with the Arctic Assault not hitting, you have more than enough damage. Frame, crucially, doesn't have his ultimate available, and then Enosh, the flash forward in a weird way kind of works out.
Can I vote for Andil now, even though Bro are going to win?
We're voting Ilma.
No.
Oh, I mean, you have your own vote, but I'm voting Ilma.
You can be biased if you want to, but I think we all know that it's the Pyke that is really running this game.
Maybe they're running it together. There doesn't have to be one correct answer.
Yeah, there does, because there's only one POG, so there has to be only one. That's actually how it works.
No, but there can be multiple correct answers. You can have multiple correct votes if multiple players are playing amazingly.
No, but there's always one that's playing the best. Like, there's always one end.
I don't... I was going to respond in earnest, and then I realized what was happening. So, Karis is in the game. The rest of his team, not so much. And yes, chat, I can't believe that we're learning this collectively, but Challengers is a wonderful world where nothing is guaranteed.
Oh, absolutely not.
Never think that you know what's going on.
Because today looks like the 9-game day, it's almost guaranteed to only be 6 games.
And it's going to be like Nongshim, so Kwangdong is going to 2-0, Nongshim is going to 2-0, and then T1 is going to, or Sandbox, sorry, is going to 2-0.
Yeah. And this is also going to 3 games, and it's a 2-0.
Yeah.
Basically, we're experiencing all the universes
at once. It's Schrodinger's Challenger.
Uh-huh.
Everything can happen all at once. Oh
no! Oh, see, POG, POG right there on your screen.
Raptor missed a Q.
There were so many thousands of universes where he died there. But we're in Andil's universe now.
Handpicked by the man himself. The legend, Pike extraordinaire.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, this game is donezo. Like, Brion's comp, it's not like you look at Brion's comp like, oh, it's fine.
They've got comeback mechanics.
Yeah, they've got comeback. Well, they have an Aphelios who's...
Yeah, but like Renekton is like, he's fine now, you know, because like it's past like the first few levels. So he's got points in his queue, so he's going to be fine. He's going to be fine, right?
Right?
You're right?
Yeah. This is such tragedy, man, for him, because like getting solo killed in the Jax matchup, you know what's about to happen. Like the moment that happens, you're like, oh god, oh
that's
no,
XXL.
Oh baby, oh baby.
Oy, yay. Okay, well, yeah.
There's just, I'm looking at the Brion comp as well, and I just don't see it. Because there are so many threats. It's not like in last game where you're like, if you somehow get a pick on Bull, you can win.
Oh, Tokahan needs to get absolutely blasted in the face.
I was about to ask on your opinion.
Yeah,
this is one of my favorite parts of Challengers.
First time chatter, I'd like to introduce you to last time chatter. I'm just going to give the old 14 days. The casual 14.
Get orbital lasered.
1 million seconds. Ooh. You bastard.
Cost is looking at chat. Oh, don't you know it?
Yeah, Buggily. You be careful.
That is the challenger guarantees. That's so mean. Getting like getting a demolish front and then mid jump, getting the bone plating and counter strike stun on frame as you just peace out like I win the trade twice. Later.
Don't ban me, smile.
Atlas and Chronicler are my favorite casters. That's the spirit.
All right. Frim is just desperately trying to not die.
He hasn't in a bit.
Oh, yay. His lamppost is really starting to hurt. Is it an actual lamppost with this skin? It kind of is. Is this Elderwood Jax or something?
Like
what kind of
Jax
Jax
more like
is
a
this?
staff?
He looks like he's got flippers on. Is that Scuba Jax?
That's great cast.
Yeah, thanks for the copy pasta, everyone. We know that you actually mean this, and you're not just trying not to get banned. Jax got cull? Yes, he did.
After his first kill. Now the game is completely and entirely over. Nothing bad can happen.
And also, you don't need to be nice to us. You just need to be nice to Challenger. Because you only get banned if you're mean to the players. You can be mean to us all you want.
You can actually, like, some of the greatest moments were great roasts. But you got to put some work in, right? You can't just be like, these costs
it has to be creative.
Put in some effort, right? Some copy pasta or some good puns.
Bigu Bosu Bobarosu would probably be the guy that I would trust to have the best.
Oh, yeah.
As long as it's Gragas related.
Really?
What? And then Nightbot's against him?
Nightbot!
Nightbot, really?
Oh, Atlas and Chronicler.
Apparently we stole his wife. That's why Nightbot banned it.
Atlas and Chronicler are so, but that's a good one. Because
it's all the H's and the D's. Yeah.
I like that.
That got me. I haven't paid any attention to this game.
It's so dumb.
Raptor got hit by stuff and then he's running away. Yeah, there we go. Smote.
Get smoked.
Okay. Okay. Well, POG right there. Raptor going to be running around and stuff like that. Andal going to get kicked into. Oh, he will die, but I think he's set up the rest of his team for success. As Ilima going to dive into that backline. Does manage to find Raptor, but we're actually seeing Bro fight back. And there is a flash ulti to come through from Cleaver, who's like, well, I guess I'm out of here because all my team is very, very dead. And Jack's going to move back towards the bottom lane, his natural habitat, and Cleaver is now dead. So, 3 games, baby, let's go!
Challengers, baby! How are you feeling about that underfight, by the way?
Oh, 100% I'm doing it.
You're still in?
See, like, this damage dealt graph is actually based on how much at fault people were at. And as you can see, Andal was at 0 fault.
0 fault.
0 fault.
No mistakes. No notes.
Yeah. Wait, I'm the reason why OPL no longer exists? I left before it stopped. It was after.
Oh, you sweet summer. A little bit of piking going on there. And then Raptor with actually a really nice flash to set up the multi-man kick. And then by the time that Ilima joins, things are already very dire. I would not have been surprised if him and Cleaver actually could have gotten like more kills out of that, but they don't want to really risk it. And obviously Karis is still full health. So have to decide the better of it. Sidestep, not going to work out. Kara is not fooled by that one. And now it is a big golden. It's not enough by itself, but it's showing us that Guangdong is ahead, but they're not in control.
Not right now. Icorky, Atlas, whatever happened to that other Aussie cast who was supposed to come to the LCK, that was Ejim. Ejim was in visa purgatory until it wasn't fast enough, and now he's just got a real person job. And he's just living his best life. Spoken to him a few times over the years, and he's just doing great.
Chronicler is the reason.
I know that Bryce and Spawn still play some Path of Exile together and stuff like that. So he's still around the scene.
He's going to give up Drake. That's fine.
And Rusty's still in OCE. LCO, of course, still exists. I don't know why you guys are talking about the OPL. It's just got a different acronym now. As Raptor going to be able to grab the first Hextech Drake of the game as we cruise very comfortably towards a third game here. Absolutely nothing to see. Just ignore this inner turret going down, providing a load of gold. Quantum Freaks already had an advantage and have a Jax for late game security. It's still a bro win, as we know.
Oh, guaranteed.
Yeah.
Papa's my favorite caster. Great taste. Great taste.
2018 best season. Yeah, he did cast every single day in that season. It was that was a lot. Probably too much, some would say.
That's a first chat message. That's definitely. I'm gonna leave that one for you, Atlas, as I talk about the video game. Crown's done. Ilima is sitting on 2 items.
I'm not even gonna ban that because I don't understand it. You know, it's one of those things.
He's reading chat.
Hey,
so
Banjo Cash.
Who do you
appreciate
think?
You.
Oh god, not the big Bubba it's coming.
Okay, we should actually take some time. I'm gonna proofread it first, just to make sure.
It is a bit on the edgy side, but it is very funny.
Ooh, the word "supple" I feel is just it's going to be a difficult one to read. However, I'm still going to do so. Did you know Krakus is actually the closest human equivalent to A5 Wagyu? Didn't know that. Today I learned. Did you know that his supple body on a kebab can feed an average family for months? The only reason we haven't harvested him is because he's the strongest belly in existence. Wow. Absolutely amazing. Thank you, Bob.
Explain the game state in relation to a pizza. Sorry, new viewer from Pizza Hut. So, if this is a chicken supreme pizza that Guangdong is making here, at this point, all that's got to be done is like putting on the last few toppings, right? You're putting on some extra barbecue sauce.
No, do you know what it is? Oh my god, it's perfect. It's perfect. It's like a pizza. Quantum Freaks had a pizza and it was beautiful. They had like the perfect Napoli. Yeah. They had gorgeous mozzarella.
Okay.
They had the most delicate sprinkling of basil. And then they went into that bottom side jungle and just sprayed pineapple all over the top of the pizza. That's what happened.
I think the pineapple hate is overrated, man. I think
no, it is, but it's super contentious and often makes you lose friends. And instead, they lost a team fight.
No, that's very true, actually. And also, to be fair, if you're doing an Italian-style pizza, definitely should shy away from it.
Oh, absolutely.
It's not just not how it works.
So basically, if you've got high-quality ingredients and things like that, you shouldn't put pineapple on a pizza.
Thank you. I hope our new viewer from Pizza Hut has a better understanding of what is happening now. Yeah. But it's...
Whoa! Oh. In goes Courage. Absolutely courageous there as the Winter's Wrath actually avoided by a Raptor due to a very nice Ultra Mega Fire Kick.
Yeah,
and now he's on a magical journey.
Yeah.
No guard needed. Okay.
As I was saying, they're probably still going to just, you know, throw the pizza in the wood oven. It's going to be delicious.
Anadolia has the best answer, though. Chefy, I don't care what you put on a pizza as long as I get paid.
Exactly. Yeah.
Gorgeous. That's the way to feel.
As the Nash, and maybe a little bit of flipping. 50-50 Nash against Lee Sin.
Is it a 50-50 when Bro are going to win this game? It's hard to know. Which universe are we in? That's what we're going to have to find out here. We started off in Quantum Freaks, but maybe, just maybe, Raptor's going to have something to say about it. Misses that Q though, and Frim taking a lot of damage. Ilima outside of vision for now. Courage gonna get tagged. Oh my god, that is so much damage, and already the Azir has been taken down. Raptor, he was thinking about the Baron, but that is not what you're gonna have to be concerned about, because look at this, Jax. The lamppost of destiny is bearing down on the skulls of Bro, and Polo is gonna get bone skewered. Andal earning that POG that he deserves. Ignore the triple kill from the top laner. It's all about the Pyke, and they'll go back to the Baron that Andal rightly deserves.
Ilma time traveling back to 2022, 2021, when he was dunking on everyone with a beautiful fight there. The Jax comes out, and he, together with his trusty buddy Andal, sets up the fight. As we take another look here, Karius does get the charm, but this is Crown Azir, so actually the burst doesn't really lead initially to that much, and then when they do a pick up Cleaver, Ilma has already gotten Anish to health.
Well, I mean, Andal set up.
Andal definitely set up. Yeah.
Just.
Oh,
Polo misses the flag.
That's unfortunate.
That's why Ilma got the triple. So it's a mistake from his opposition, but Andal set it up. Yeah, so it could happen. I'm really struggling to defend this one. I'm not gonna lie.
Atlas.
I may have been a little bit hasty on my excitement about Andal and his POG performance.
Atlas, you know what they say. Better to... I mean, the translation is...
Better to have loved and lost than never loved at all.
Not what I wanted to say at all.
Isn't that what people do say, though? That is one of the things that they say.
Yeah, definitely. Is Karis.
Yeah, Karis. There's
a lot of skill shots
going
left and right.
Imagine, like, being that deep and then not even losing your Banshees. And Raptor's dead.
A lot of stuff happening. So... No, it's a Dutch expression. Basically, it means it's better to like come back after a mistake like halfway through than continue going onwards and make the mistake. So you can still repent by just voting for Ilma.
Oh, right. So it's better to change than to double down on a mistake?
Exactly.
Oh, that's not how I vote. That's not how that goes.
That's not what's happening.
Nope.
No?
Not at all.
You're committed.
I'm committed.
To Andal. You've locked it in.
Yeah, I'm not going to divorce my vote. It was till death do we part.
Double dunking at Chet.
The only way that I can be saved from my bad vote is if Bro win. Because then I'm just not allowed to vote for Andal.
Perfect.
It'll have to be a Polo vote instead.
I forgot about Grass Boy.
What's Grass Boy?
So I was called Grass Boy for a hot minute because I talked about herbs and like putting cilantro and stuff.
Yeah.
And then some people in chat were like, "That's grass on food." No, the actual reason was there was a cake that Veldis and I and our partners, we went to a cake shop. And then we got cake, and there was some rosemary on the cake.
Yeah, that's a thing in Korea.
Yeah, which actually, I really like rosemary, so I ate some of the rosemary.
You're not supposed to do that, I don't think.
Not bad. It's fine.
Yeah.
Because you can
You're not
just
going to
eat
die, yeah.
Yeah, you can just eat rosemary.
We
right?
can graze. Do you still have your appendix?
I do, yeah. It's
Put
on...
it through its paces, know what I'm saying?
Exactly. It's on focaccia all the time. And then that
rosemary
led to me
is
being...
disgusting. Can I permaban? Or is that an opinion-based permaban?
I feel like it's... Yeah. What? It's just more than just a skull. Oh, no.
Wait, what happened?
There was someone saying LCS or LCK CL was more than just a scouting place for LCS. No, chat. Get it together. If
That's
anyone
all it
asks, anyone, I see you. It's like 3,500 people in chat. If anyone asks, challengers, overrated, not good, bad.
Yeah. And Bigabossu Bobarossu does have a point, and it's largely Frim's mistakes that have led to Ilma's advantages. It's why Andal is definitely the best choice, because it's an honest victory.
Yeah.
For the Pyke. Absolutely amazing stuff. I love that Bull. Like, if this was a different patch, I'd be like, I don't know why Gangplank is in the AD carry position. I like the evolution of item builds here in League of Legends.
It's cool, right?
Yeah, this is now the new Draven. Gangplank also getting buffed on this patch, kind of cute.
I really like.
I like Gangplank as well.
Gangplank as a
whoa, King Flash, baby! And Cleaver is going to be able to get the ult off, and also manages to get most of the way out. Kuldameek is going to be used, but an overextension is necessary in order to do so, and that means that Bro are trading down, but they are not going out without a fight as Ilma
is
standing. Look at him.
Menacingly!
The stalwart protector of the realm. And he will not be moved by anyone other than himself.
That's Kwangdong Llama. That's the insane player. You got the wrong guy.
Yeah, Ilama. It's
The
one
Il
llama.
Llama.
Il Llama. One
Oh
llama.
my god, he's
Yeah.
just not sick anymore.
Oh, but Il in Korean is one. It's one
Yeah.
llama, so it's
It's just one llama.
yeah, it's one llama.
It's just him.
yeah.
I can't believe that even though it looks like Breon is going to get 2-0 by
Like Il
Kwangdong,
llama. It's
that,
so Brover. It is. It is a bit Brover, but they look, bro. They're doing it their own way, on their own terms. It's only a 10,000 gold lead. I don't know. They're still.
still, yeah, with the scaling power of Lee Sin and Renekton and Atlas,
Yeah.
they can do it.
Zaxcree, you might be right. I may lose my vote if I do go for the Andil vote.
That is a risk you're willing to take.
Well, it's a risk that I will take if that's a decision that I'm going to make, and I'm not going to. The 7-0 Jax is obviously going to get my
His team
vote,
fights have also been so good.
and
as well.
he's solo killed Renekton at level 3, which is when you're not supposed to be able to solo kill Renekton. And yes, I mean, a lot of it is to do with him not playing very well, but the way he's snowballed has been pretty extraordinary.
Cleaver on the chopping block again. Oh, he must know.
No, but he's got a crown, so he'll be able to mitigate some... oh, never mind. Oh, but he's got a stopwatch, so he'll be able to mitigate some... Oh, but he's got Emperor's Divine, so he'll be able to... Never mind, as that is a kickback onto Ilima. He's getting out of there.
They're Alco Gaming!
And I don't know how that even happened, because, yeah, there's no real option. Okay. Elma's going to be able to take his first life. There goes the Aphelios. All the damage is done. Bull's going to cash in yet again. Didn't have enough stacks, but that's fine. Double kill for the Jax. Make it a triple. As, yeah, Quantum Freaks, they've got a lot of money. And, yeah. Sometimes, you know, you've got your guy out of position, but then the boys turn up.
Someone in chat, again, what's scaling? I don't know if you know what sarcasm is, but when we talked about Breon scaling, it was not genuine.
Well,
as we
it's
saw
all of the
there.
things that are covering the crocodile.
Yeah. So, as everyone expected, Atlas,
Yeah.
the 9-game dream dies again.
But the 0% win rate in Challenger also dies with it.
It's
as
done!
Kwangdong Freaks will pick up the 2-0 over Bro. And look, Kwangdong Freaks on 13-11, I sleep. Kwangdong Freaks on 13-12, I am well and truly awake. Awake beyond anything that I have experienced before. Have you ever had those moments where on a specific day you're like, wow, I'm really alive today? That's what I feel, witnessing the uprising of Kwangdong Freaks.
We're just having such a great time, Atlas. We're witnessing it live. If you weren't here, you can't truly understand what we just witnessed. Bull, his transformation into a Giga Chad Draven player. Ilima coming back from
waking up.
What felt like a year-long nap.
Yeah, maybe
that
2 years, honestly.
No, spring 2022, he was still really good. But back then, he had his buddy Bulldog, and Bulldog left him, and I think that really hurt Ilima's feelings. But now, he's out on the prowl again. You know,
what a
he's
monster.
out. He's happy.
And look, maybe now,
crocodiles.
We might not see Ari being picked into Azir and Bonobo decisions like that being made. Isn't it fantastic? Howdy, Medic. Hope you're having a good time, buddy. We need to vote for the... It's Ilima. Ilima vote. Ilima vote. Let's vote for Ilima. We don't even need to vote because the rest of them would have taken Ilma. There we go. Easy peasy. Because my vote wouldn't have even mattered, I don't think, because I'd be the only person voting for anyone not Ilima if I do vote for anyone not Ilima. But I did do it. I went back. Who the hell is Ilma?
What if I vote?
Do you mean
Yundo.
Llama?
I mean, Yundo can't do any wrong.
What if I voted for Bull?
So,
then you would have voted for Bull. That's what would have happened.
I mean, it's
and then
Yundo.
Ilma would still get it. Yundo voted Andil? Oh my god. If you did, oh my god.
Pretty sure it's Iwima this game.
Iwima!
It was. He absolutely slapped. I'm really happy because
you
when
can't slap the lamppost. If you had an ore, you could slap with it, I reckon.
Yeah, with a lamppost, you're thwomping again, right?
Whacking.
Yeah,
it's a bit of thwacking going
So,
on.
I gotta say, as someone who has obviously been the challenger guy, and now I'm amidst many challenger guys because we're all emotionally invested in this beautiful league. But Ilima was one of the true standout players when I started casting League in 2021 summer. And,
he was the guy that made people excited about Challenger.
He really was. And then he took a little bit of off time. And I'm not going to call anything crazy because this is just one series in which he looked good. But if Ilima actually is back, what a glorious time it would be.
And what if Bull was actually a decent player as well? That would be crazy. As Ilima, yeah, I agree with Bigabosu Bobarosu, who said, why does Llama have 2 L's? English is crazy. I agree, it should have 3. Much like Ilima.
In honor of this man right here.
Uh-huh.
And picking up the jacks and having the performance like this.
10-0-1. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's really telling that every time he went in, he just killed everyone. Like it was not a situation where it's like, oh, I'm going in, I get the counter strike and I set up for my carry. No, he was he was the one murdering everyone.
Set up beautifully by his support, who deserves an honorable mention. Andil really started off hitting a bunch of bone skewers and then did 0 for the rest of the game.
That is kind of the pipe way, though, to be completely fair.
You can sometimes do a little bit of a takeover. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Faker's Charging Station. We are here in the spaceship, making sure that we can get all the vibes towards our Lord and Savior up there. Yep, there it goes.
He needs
all of the feelings. Yeah, making a bit of a spirit bomb. And yeah, he's going to need a fair bit. Prefer not to talk about the LCK because honestly, it's boring comparison to Challenger.
It doesn't give you the same range of emotions.
No, certainly does not.
It just doesn't compare. So how's everyone doing?
I hope you guys are having a good time. If you got anything to share, this is your moment. Because the first series is now over. Quantum Freaks, huge congratulations on their victory here. We'll have to see whether it is going to continue further forward. But now it's time for you guys. It's time for you. And we can have a bit of a conversation about the LCK if you'd like to, especially with the fact that KT is looking like the best team and stuff. It's crazy.
Aw, cheers, guys from the Czech Republic. Keep rocking.
Thanks,
Thank
Hit
you
Points.
so much. That's awesome.
Hit Point CZ. Thank you very much. Appreciate
Custer
you.
was talking to the chat. I'll tell you something else.
I mean, I'm mostly paying attention to the chat. I barely look at the game.
We're still talking to the chat. That's the beauty of Challengers. It is effectively just a extremely highly produced version of a co-stream.
Uh-huh.
It's beautiful.
That's how it goes. Because we need to make it a little bit different from the LCK, as we've mentioned before. Guthana Dolia, thank you very much for the greetings from Australia. Glad to see that the country still exists.
I do remember when Ilima was Gangplank and he one-shot a Lulu. I think I showed you guys that clip as well.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was enjoyable.
The guy is pretty good at the video games.
Isuba will win EMA Masters. Be prepared. We'll see. I was a... Huh?
No. I'm just
I was making sure chat's all right. I was a big believer in Noah. When
he wasn't ready for the LCK when he joined.
When he was playing on... No, he wasn't. When he was playing on the Ultraliga team. So, I think it happened in the UM.
Man looks good. He does definitely look good.
Hello from Illinois. Hello back. It's one of my favorite Safi and Steven albums. Really, really cool.
Isn't it Illinois? Without the S?
Probably, yeah.
I like Illinois. Illinois. It's like Ilima, but with noise.
How do you talk to girls, casters?
How do you talk to girls?
Just talk to them.
Generally with your face.
Good pivot.
Yeah.
Greetings from Hamburg. Oh man,
delicious.
Everyone, say I love challengers in your native language.
How do you talk to boys? Same way.
Same way. Yeah.
Catboy cooties.
Just talk to them.
Like
They're
this.
just
I can give
people.
you an example. Sup.
Sup.
There you go. We nailed it. Look at us go.
Have you considered talking to women with fewer Gregor's copy pastas?
Actually, to be perfectly honest, like one of the best ways to interact with people for the first time is to say something memorable. And so if you were to use any quote from Big Bossu Bobarosu from this chat, it would definitely be memorable.
It would.
That might be the great icebreaker, you know?
Look at that. So many different languages. That's amazing. I love that. Hypothetically, if you had to talk to a lot of people via the internet while analyzing a computer game, how would one do that? Don't pay too much attention to the computer game. That's the big part.
Yeah, and
that's
also don't pay attention to the people that are saying things about you talking about the video game as well. Otherwise, you'll be sad.
Yeah.
That's also a good thing to keep in mind. Although you do have to be aware. This is the really difficult thing about people being mean on the internet when you've got a job like ours, because you do need feedback. Feedback is really, really important to like stay apprised of like what people care about and what people want to see.
Trends are important.
Yeah, because we're doing it for you guys, right? And if you guys hate what we're doing, then it kind of sucks. So we need to know, but that means we need to read all the people that are just sad and just being mean, to try and make them feel less sad, and then realizing that they're still sad, and then they double down on being mean, and then that makes us sad because we see that they're being sad whilst also trying to make us sad, and they succeed in making us sad.
But you also, you know, if you're going through a tough time, you can deal with it in two ways. You can band together, find community, and enjoy some challengers, or you can be mean. And then in that case, you're probably going to get roasted or banned or both.
Well, yeah. Here in Challenger, if you're mean to the Challenger players, then you will get the hammer, and I do not waste time.
To flex my Challenger knowledge, who are name dropping to back up our LCK CL fraud arguments? Everyone is. Everyone in Challengers is bad. If you want to name drop, no one. Drop no one. No one is
I think actually, to be honest, if someone was to come up to me and say like, "Oh, I really love Challenger. I can't wait to watch Sponge play again." And
there's actually
And like, I just really love DRX, but if I was to have a second favorite, it's Plan B. That's how I'd know. I'd be like, damn, this guy's real. That's a real fan right there.
I could see it. Bro, start the game. Oh, Alpha Cure Dog. Do I have some bad news for you?
Unfortunately, Alpha Cure Dog 2, which is a name you could have, instead of starting, we were about to start the game, but because
no, we're not.
Because you were kind of demanding and annoying, we're just going to go for a break for about a year. That's what we're gonna do. You put a delay on the second series of about...
Which is rude.
Yeah, like 40 minutes. I think we have to crank it up to like 40 minutes or something.
Yes, I do want the small document that you're adding Challengers broadcast quotes to. I want access to that. That sounds amazing.
Is this...
I liked Alpha Cure Dog 1 better. Word.
Squidizard, that is like not even your first absolute banger in this chat. You are definitely popping
Why
off.
do not Riot give chance to younger casters in the CL stream? Well, you have to be in Korea.
That helps.
That kind of narrows down a lot of it. Yeah, you old people. Stop being old. So old.
Yeah, how dare you? Medic, like let's take our own advice. Although Medic is a doctor. And do you know what doctors do better than anything else? Not take their own advice.
That's true.
That's exactly, that's what he learned. He went to university for a lot of years in order to learn exactly
Why doesn't Riot give funnier casters a chance in the CL stream? That's good. I wondered that myself.
We could get Tasteless if there was ever a time where any of us were sick. Maybe we could just ask, like, "Hey Nick, are you streaming today?"
Imagine if we do like a Tasteless lore stream without zero context. Just put them up here together.
That'd be incredible.
So, chat, there's no delay. There's an interview currently going on, but we don't have a translator. So we are just chatting to you guys until we go to a break, and then after that break, we'll be back with the second series. And guess what? There is 3 best of 3s today. 3. We only had the first one. We'll have 2 more.
Yep. But there might be a little bit of time. We'll just have to see. Hey, casters, now Medic is here. Can you just subtly roast Rakan?
Tai Chi, son.
Rakan, like, hard carried our first game this series.
He did,
and then lost the second one. Then was banned the second one. So I don't think we're going to be able to do that, unfortunately. No, he wasn't even picked. He wasn't banned, also wasn't picked.
No, he just ignored it.
Got ignored. By the way, StarCraft? Yeah, heck yeah.
9-game day ruined. I know, that's the true tragedy of this first series. There's no more possibility for that. And that means that we still will only have the one. Like, after I really hope we're going to get one in summer as well, because we had one in spring.
Yeah, the 9-game day.
It's really rare.
Yeah, and we got it pretty early as well, didn't we, last season?
Yeah, it was like 3 weeks in, I want to say, 3-4 weeks.
I feel like we also did it, and it was like our 7th day in a row of working as well, and then we got the 10-hour broadcast.
I think it was also after POC stayed recording.
Yeah. So casters, please invite Law to TriCast challenges. Maybe we could just we could send her a message. We're going to be here for the next 6 hours or something. Gives us some time to make our way down if she'd like to.
Oh no, I think I saw on her.
Oh no, she's going to Busan, isn't she?
Busan,
Yeah.
What people don't realize is actually the casters are green screening. Yeah, no, that's true. We are AI. Yeah. We're not real. This is. Do you think I don't have a hand? You think that's real? It's back. It's okay. Are we even real? We never know. There is a very large limit and to what we can truly prove, right? Can we prove our own existence? Not really.
Oh my god!
But I'm not very well versed in philosophy.
We really shouldn't have put the guillotine there.
How can challengers be real for eyes aren't real? I wonder that myself every single day.
That's a very good point. Ow. Smarts.
I just landed. How did the first two games go? It was an unexpected but great showing from Kwangdong, who got the 2-0 over Brion, which was not expected given in. Brion had looked a lot better. They have Karis as well. But Kwangdong and Illiman...
I should leave my lack of hand elevated, shouldn't I?
You should, yeah, because otherwise you'll be in trouble.
Yeah, otherwise I'll bleed out. Okay, we are going to go to a bit of a break, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back for our second series immediately after this, and I'm going to go attach a prosthetic hand. See you there.